Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And while we were doing all of that stuff in the Cave of Trials, Rydia got a level up or two, and she ended up learning Firaga. So that's an update for you. Meanwhile, Cecil's taking a ton of damage here. You may also be wondering why I have Sid. Sid's quite a powerhouse on his own. Yeah, the worm also didn't like the harp too much. But yeah, Sid, I just find I like his HP, and I like his damage output as well. His hammer tends to do quite a bit of damage to a good amount of enemies in the final dungeon as well, and he'll even hit the 9999 damage cap on a few certain enemies that we'll see as well. I believe this is the easiest party to go through. We're not going to do ambushed. Come on. I believe this is the easiest party to go through the final dungeon with. I remember after the advanced version, I remember playing the PSP version and going through with the quote original party with Kain and Edge instead of Sid and Edward. I remember having quite a difficult time with the boss battles in the final dungeon, and also the final boss itself. But yeah, I like these guys. Yeah, I'm not too worried about wasting magic here. See, there's Firaga. We'll use it. Look at that, 4,000 damage from a harp. I don't know how that makes sense, but it works. He's out-damaging Cecil. Rydia's not even going to get to cast Firaga, is she? Nope. Edward's gonna steal her thunder. Oh, Rosa gained a level. That's nice. So, yeah, maybe you guys can see why I like Edward so much. Just make sure you save all your silver and golden apples to give to him. And fix his HP a little bit. Yeah, we can fight these guys. They're not too bad. Especially when you just one-shot them. With a harp. Okay, that time we didn't. Okay, I need Rosa to get some sort of a cure off here. Because people are hurting. And if you recall, we have the free fill up right inside this palace here, so I'm not too worried about MP consumption on the way to here. I am going to drop a save point here, though, just to be safe. And because I don't want to go back and do any of that stuff. So I believe this one... Oh, that one's HP and status. Yeah, in the Super NES version, you get to move at this speed the whole time. There's only walking, you can't run. So things took longer. You couldn't just zoom around. So now we go step on this panel, and now they will guide us to the core. And we are here. And we have hidden passages galore. Dark Sage, we can deal with you. Have a harp. You didn't care too much about the harp, did you? We'll have another harp. Gosh, I like Edward. I always forget. Oh, that's the way I want to go. Oh, no, I want to go this way first. Monsters, what? I didn't sign up for this. Giant warriors. These are the ones that can respond with the flamethrower thingy. And they have a ton of health. I believe Sid can fix that, though. Yeah, Sid does a decent chunk of damage to them. I thought someone could hit the giants for quadruple 9s. Maybe not. Oh, there's the flamethrower. And it does pathetic damage to everyone who isn't Cecil. And even against Cecil, that's not that impressive. And now it's just about getting rid of this giant warrior. The enemies in the final dungeon, they're pretty tough, and a lot of them have some pretty decent HP, as you can see. And there we go, 14,000 gil, 7,400 experience. We got the black garb, which I believe is equipment for Edge. Anyone else want to wear the black garb? Nope. Okay, yep, that was for Edge. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the only downside is we're going to find equipment for Kane and Edge, and they're not in our party right now. But that's okay. Dark Sage and Selene Guardians. That should be enough to take out... No, that wasn't. Okay. While sleep stop. Wait, where's break? You don't know it yet. Oh, that ruins my plan. I was going to use break on, we're not going to do that on that Dark Sage. Guess we're not going to do that anymore. I just love how quick Edward is. No, Dark Sage is paralyzed. That works. Sid gained a level, Edward gained a level. That's nice. And no, Edward's HP never really gets super high either. I mean, even without the those silver and gold apples, you probably still have under 1,000 health right now. As bad as that sounds. But these Dark Sages, they're pretty easy experience. I might cut out some of the random battles. I don't know. Or maybe not, because I want you guys to experience, you know, what this would be like if you actually went through this and how the random battles wear on you. Or don't wear on you, because, you know, Edward just tears through everything with his harp. Still, don't ask me how that makes sense. It's like he's playing the deadliest music ever. Maiden's Kiss, I don't need that. I don't need that at all. I believe boss battle is this way. That takes us over here, that takes us over here. Oh, that's monsters. That's a lot of monsters. We're gonna have to do something about that. That's not good. We gotta get some curing going on here. Can't put stop on everybody. Makes it not as useful. I could put sleep on everybody. I don't know how useful that would be. Let's try Faraga. We'll see if that kills the Dark Sage. It did not. Osmos, okay, that wasn't too bad. So I wonder what we're gonna find in here. Sage's Staff. That would be for Rosa. Staff infused with the power to revive. In other words, it might use like Life 1 when you use it as an item in battle. A couple secrety places. Okay, that one really didn't do anything, did it? Fair enough. Ooh, Giant Warrior. I don't mind fighting these guys. I think Cecil's really the only one that's hurt. You gotta love how many turns Edward gets. Ooh, Rosa learned full life. That could be useful. Even though it is really expensive, 52. Let's put that up here. It's not something you really want to be using outside of battle. Aha! The first boss battle. Well, clearly it's going to be a boss battle. We want to float. And Cecil, make sure everyone's cured up. Alright, let's do this. To the seeker of this blade, I bring death. Well, that's unfortunate. It's a white dragon. Oh, did you say dragon? Take a bunch of damage. Oh yes, this dragon responds by countering attacks with slow. And you'll notice we have the Elemental Lord battle theme playing here. Honestly, Lydia doesn't even need that much. We're not going to play around with this. We're going to start summoning Bahamut. Well, there's a quadruple 3 damage. I have gotten game overs to this guy before. He can be challenging. Hit him with a magic attack or a summon, he'll respond with Earthquake. That's why we did the float. And he can really slow your guys down. So yeah, you want to dish out the damage, and you want to dish it out quickly. Wow, that was weak. I believe if you use just regular black magic on him that isn't flare, that it'll just not do much damage at all. And yeah, he has some strong physical attacks too. And his constant slowing is making him actually a lot faster, because he'll now get multiple turns before our guys get to go. I mean, look at how slow Sid has become. Mega Flare can still hit him for quite a decent chunk of damage. That's why I like having Rydia instead of Palom. And for that, we get the Murasami. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Ooh, Bone Dragon. It's a dragon! Ha! Take that. Take that, Bone Dragon. Look how easy Edward is making things. Actually, at this point, might as well just teleport back out. Yeah, that's one of Edge's swords, but we know he can use 2 swords at once. So we're going to find another sword for him soon enough. Let's cure everybody up, so we only have to stop at this one place. Oh, it was only Sid that was hurt. And actually, let's save it in case I run into something stupid. Because that sort of thing can happen in the final dungeon, even in the versions that aren't the DS version. But we do have to rewatch this scene every time we go down with these guys. Although one thing that's nice about the optional bosses, that's another thing I like. All of these bosses that we're fighting in here, they're all optional. We don't have to... Fire Whip. We know who that goes to. Like, we don't have to fight them if we don't want to. You could even go by... You could even finish the game without finding some of them, as I did for quite a while. Ooh, Dragon Shield. Resistant to fire, ice, lightning. I like that. Yeah, you'll find new stuff for everyone. This is the part where things start to get a little split up. Ooh. And now we get a Bone Dragon with a Dark Sage. If you didn't have Edward with you, those Bone Dragons, they have, as you can tell, they have a ton of health. But 2 harp attacks, and they're done. And our mages aren't even going to get a turn. Sid gained a level. Like I said, we're going to get some pretty decent experience, so we'll be gaining levels quite a bit here. Definitely want to keep Edward's health full in this dungeon. Because he is somewhat of a glass cannon. Ooh, Silver Dragon. See, there's a lot of dragons that are random battles. Look at that, almost 6,000 damage. Just from a normal attack. That's silly. 19,000 gil, 5,000 experience. You gotta love the amount of gil you're gonna get. Look at that, 482,000 that we have. There's not really places to spend it as far as the final dungeon goes, but if you go to the post-game dungeon, there are some shops around there that you will like having a bunch of money for. And we have more treasures down here. More of this dragon equipment for Cecil. Cain, it also fits Cain as well. So feel free to use it on either. Actually, can Sid use... Sid can actually use the dragon's gloves. We're going to give those to him. Because he's pretty weak, especially on the magic defensive side. So something that resists fire, ice, and lightning. Pretty nice. And you guys have seen this battle before. You know what to expect. So just kind of focus fire on one of the giants. We'll use stop on the other one. Stop is kind of a nice spell to use. It's nice to use in the DS version as well. You know, provided you get lucky enough and you get to use the stop before they start slaughtering you. But again, that's just my dislike of that version. We should be almost gone here. Oh, Rose is attacking. And now she's not. Rydia gained a level. Yeah, I definitely want to get Rydia some more levels here. This is the part where things tend to get a little bit... Oh, Bone Dragon. These guys are easy. I mean, they don't give a ton of experience for where we are, but, you know, look at that. 2 shots from Edward's harp, and they're done. There are a couple save points in this dungeon. I think there's 2. This is where things get a little bit open-ended, so to say. I think this is the path that takes us to the main Look at that, 8,000 damage. I can't say it how much I like Edward. These guys would be a huge pain, especially because they use paralysis on us as counterattack. Well, the gold dragon does. No, not Edward. No. I need my Edward. And then this gold dragon starts using Blitz. Where's Zuna? There we go. Okay, the rest of you are just going to defend until Edward does his thing. 6,000 damage. 11,000 experience from the gold and silver dragons. You gotta love it. White Fang, not an item we need. Dino Zombie. This thing has more health than the Bone Dragon. But as you can see, it's also really weak to Edward's Harp. Maybe it doesn't have more. Oh, Gold Dragon. Almost one-shots it. Almost. He can definitely two-shot it. Yeah, Edward's Harp is just so ridiculous. We'll heal up Sid a little bit. I think everyone else is pretty good. X potion. Okay. We'll come out here. Monsters. You always got to be careful with monsters. Behemoth. Well, we know how to battle this guy. I'm not going to make you watch this. In fact, I think I'm out of time for this particular part. So I'll see you all in the next part. Well, I'll show you what we get for beating this guy too.